face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello, I'm Frau Nomak, your host for this hour's news. Stay tuned. First, the United States has signed a 5-year, $2.1 billion bilateral health agreement with Nigeria, aimed at strengthening the country's health system with a strong focus on faith-based healthcare services. According to the U.S. Department of State, the Memorandum of Understanding signed on Saturday will fund prevention and treatment programs for HIV, tuberculosis, malaria, maternal and child health, and polio. Nigeria is also expected to increase its domestic health spending by nearly $3 billion over the life of the agreement. The agreement, announced by Principal Deputy Spokesperson Thomas Pigott, is part of the America First Global Health Strategy. The State Department described Nigeria's contribution as the largest co-investment any country has made to date under the American First Global Health Strategy. The MOU specifically targets Christian faith-based healthcare providers. Funding will be dedicated to clinics and hospitals that provide integrated services for infectious diseases, maternal and child health, and other essential health programs. Nigeria currently has around 900 faith-based clinics and hospitals, serving more than 30% of the population. U.S. officials noted that investment in these facilities will complement public health care services and strengthen the overall health infrastructure. Millions of African pastoralists could soon get a relief as the continent ramps up effort to eliminate peste des petits ruminants, a fast-spreading disease that kills sheep and goats, threatening livelihoods and deepening poverty. Speaking in Nairobi, AU IBAR Director Dr. Hume Saleh stressed the need for funding to support vaccination and monitoring, while Kenya's Dr. Joshua Chepching and Uganda's Dr. Bright Rawamira emphasized regional cooperation to contain the disease. Nigeria's Chief Veterinary Officer, Dr. Samuel Anzaku, highlighted the wider impact of PPR on poverty, stability, and dignity. Chad was named Africa's continental champion for PPR eradication, with its livestock minister, Professor Abderrahim Awat Atebi, calling for greater investment in veterinary services and cross-border collaboration. The effort is backed by partners including the EU, FAO, and WOH, aiming to protect livestock and secure the livelihoods of millions across Africa. African scientists convened in Addis Ababa under African CDC to establish minimum requirements for preclinical and phase 1 to 4 clinical trials on the continent. African CDC, founded in 2017 as a specialized technical institution of the African Union, supports member states in disease prevention, health system strengthening, and research-led solutions. The agency has played a key role in coordinating Africa's response to outbreaks like Ebola and COVID-19, highlighting the need for locally led clinical researches. Dr. Raji Tajuddin emphasized the urgency for African leadership in research and development, from discovery to delivery, ensuring solutions are locally led and contextually relevant. The meeting represents a major step towards African-led innovation and research sovereignty, positioning the continent as a stronger player in global clinical research. Ghana's highlife music has officially been recognized on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List, marking a century of a genre that has shaped the country's culture and identity, celebrating 100 years in 2025. Highlife continues to unite generations through music, storytelling, and dance. At Zen Garden in Accra, the Kwan Pa Band brought the crowd to life with palm wine-infused rhythms, layered guitars, and lively performances. Revelers waved white handkerchiefs, sang along, and danced together, experiencing the music as both celebration and connection. UNESCO praised Highlife as a monumental expression of Ghana's musical genius, highlighting its influence on Afrobeats, hip life, and global music trends. For band leader Asa Nkansa, the recognition is an opportunity to engage younger audiences and keep the tradition alive through creative interpretations. Fans describe Highlife as more than music. It's a part of daily life, festivals, and celebrations, telling Ghanaian stories of love, passion, and community. With this UNESCO listing, Highlife cements its place as a living cultural heritage rooted in its history, yet dancing confidently into the future. Moving on to business news, India's transport consultancy firm RITES has signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Botswana to help modernize the country's rail and transport infrastructure. The agreement signed with Botswana's Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure covers railways, highways, airports, and capacity building initiatives. RITES will provide technical support for railway upgrades, including rolling stock supply operations, maintenance, workshop improvements, and the use of digital systems for train and passenger management. The partnership also includes training programs, knowledge sharing, and quality assurance services. The collaboration aims to strengthen Botswana's transport network through advanced technology and global best practices, improving efficiency, connectivity, and long-term infrastructure development. Kenya has marked a new milestone in agricultural trade with the export of its first consignment of apple mangoes to the United Kingdom. The pilot shipment was flagged off at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, signaling growing access to high-value global markets. Government officials said the export aligns with Kenya's strategy to support farmers, promote value addition, and strengthen competitiveness and fresh produce. The initiative is expected to create jobs and increase incomes across the mango value chain while encouraging farmers to meet international quality and safety standards. The move reflects strong collaboration between government agencies and development partners and the private sector, with Kenya Airways providing reliable air cargo services to support sustained exports. Now to sport news. After months of anticipation, the African Cup of Nations final kicks off today in Morocco. 24 teams, 6 host cities, 9 stadiums in a football-mad nation are ready to welcome the continent for Africa's biggest tournament. The tournament officially begins on Sunday, 21 December, when hostess Morocco faces Comoros in the opening match at the complex Sportive Prince Moulay Abdallah. In the lead-up to the opener, Rabat has become a vibrant hub of African culture, with fans from across the continent sharing languages, traditions, and football passions. Streets, cafes, and public squares are buzzing with chants, predictions, and celebrations, while Moroccan supporters have turned out in large numbers to welcome visitors. African colors, flags, and jersey decorate the city, underscoring national pride and the festive mood. The influx of tourists has also boosted local businesses, adding to the lively atmosphere as Morocco prepares to host Africa's biggest football spectacle. The Professional Fighters League (PFL) Africa 4 tournament concluded on Saturday, December 20, 2025, at the Sofitel Dome in Cotonou, Benin, showcasing rising MMA talents from across the continent. In the bantamweight final, South Africa's Nkosi Ndele secured a second-round victory over fellow countryman Bole Godogo with a powerful body kick. Angola's Shido Boris Esperanza claimed the featherweight title after Guinea-Bissau Yevna Nchala was unable to continue following the third round. Nigeria's Cornel Thompson earned a decision win in the lightweight final against Benin's Jane Dos Santos in a closely contested bout. The highlight of the night came in the heavyweight division where Babli, representing England, delivered a stunning 21st-second knockout of South African Justin Clark, providing the event's most dramatic finish. PFL's continued expansion into Africa has offered fighters a larger platform and elevated visibility in the growing mixed martial arts scene. Now let's take a look at the current weather forecast. That's all for today. Before I conclude, I would like to invite you to watch our program African Melody, which is coming up next. Thank you for tuning in and goodbye.
Hello viewers, welcome to Pulse of Africa on this Sunday, where today we will dive into the vibrant world of Cameroonian music, exploring its unique genres, indigenous music instruments, and celebrate how these rich music traditions continue to shape African narratives. Stay tuned. Cameroonian music stands out for its vibrant fusion of traditional rhythms with contemporary global influence, shaped by its diverse ethnic groups and their unique musical styles like Bikutsi and Makossa, with bilingualism in French and English, enhancing its cross-cultural appeal. Here's what a Cameroonian singer has shared about it.
Music is my life. Music completely changed my life. You know, I was lucky to be born in Cameroon. I was raised up there, and I started doing music very early, and I decided very early that I will become an artist musician. And being an artist musician brought me worldwide, and so I went everywhere. I met some amazing beauty, poetry. I met some amazing human beings. I learned a lot, and it's really helped me to become the human being I'm today.
Urbanization has blended local and international sounds, giving rise to distinctive genres such as Makossa and lively dance music, while traditional styles like Bikutsi remains prevalent, often addressing everyday themes. The two leading urban genres, Makossa and Bikutsi, have gained international recognition. Makossa is originating in Douala. In the 1950s, it's a lively composition dance style combining local rhythms with jazz and half-life and Latin influences, reaching global fame through Manu Dibango's hit 1972 hit Sol Makossa and producing many Pan-African stars.
In Cameroon, we are lucky to have more than 260 different languages, and every tribe has its own music. So we also listening music coming from abroad, some other countries like Nigerian Afrobeat. The new generation is listening a lot of Nigerian Afrobeat. They're listening also music coming from US, and but now our new generation artists are creating also from the substance, the traditional rhythm we're having, the traditional melodies, and they're mixing it with some Nigerian vibe, US vibe. Even the rappers are trying to use traditional rhythm. So we're having something completely mixed now, and what I'm trying to do there is also make some awareness, helping those new artists to use the material, the traditional info element we're having in our different tribes, what's going to bring their music being more original, because in a global world, as more as we are original, more we can have find our place.
Bikusi is initially a war rhythm performed by women in the equatorial forest, has evolved into a popular genre with lyrics originating from the Bethi ethnic groups near Yaoundé. Its name means beating the ground, reflecting its intense 6/8 rhythm played with xylophones and percussion.
From my tribe called Ilung. Ilung is kind of guitar, but you won't find it anywhere else. It's was played first by women, and most of those traditional instruments are disappearing now. And when what we are trying to do in Cameroon is trying to keep some alive. That's why also I'm going to launch a music platform where we're going to save some archives coming from all those music we recorded from tradition, but also making some awareness, making some advert to make our new generation discover these instruments, what are really part of our identity from our roots.
Modern artists like Lethe Brule added electric guitars and synthesizers, helping it gain worldwide popularity.
We have also garaya. Garaya is kind of a guitar as well, used in the north of the country. We have also what we call iku. Iku, it's a kind of small, it's coming from a tree. We are cutting the tree, and then we're using one of the part of the tree to create this instrument, and this is used by the griot in my tribe.
Cameroon boasts a rich variety of indigenous music instruments, categorized into 4 groups: idiophones like balafon and fleet drums, membrophones such as various drums, chordophones including the mivet, musical bow, and sansa. Aerophones includes flutes, horns, and shawms.
I think our music, what is amazing is that our continent is really so rich, and even in Cameroon we have more than 280 different languages and more than 280 different tribes, and each one has its own music, his own dance, his own rhythm. So using all those different elements already brings something completely new, because every language has its own intonation, has its own melodies. So yeah, the African music is really special, because also I think that we are lucky that everything came from here, came from our continent, and that's why also I think we align with some vibration, with some rhythm. That's why we can just dance. They are saying that black people are having the rhythm in themselves, because we completely align. And as soon as you align, every music, every sound, you are just connected, you can dance on it, and you can also use it as a rhythm to create. So the world don't know yet African music. They just know some songs. Now we are talking about Nigerian vibes, etc. But we don't know. Our continent has more than 50 different countries, and we people still discovering music from Ethiopia, music from Cameroon, music from Djibouti, music from Burundi, from Rwanda. The entire world gonna discover what we're doing. So our musics are really different by the fact that those musics still linked in with our roots, with our tradition, and we are lucky to still keep those traditions alive. And the culture is the first structure what are designing the others. As soon as we are aware about this, that means that we have to put a lot of, we have to invest in this, not just for the promotion, because it's also an industry. So we have to build a lot of structure where our music and our musician could perform. Normally in a country like here in Ethiopia, I think we could have more than 100 different venues. What's going to help a lot of artists to perform in and to make a living just by being a musician in the same country. But also this is helping also education, because we have to educate our population to consume our products coming from our culture. So venues are part of this education, because having venues means that we're going to promote the music and bring people to the venues. It's also going to help the industry to grow. So as soon as we're going to start growing our industry, the entire world going to know about it, because people are going to be living with it. It's going to be a business, and we're going to be able to compose a lot, because we're going to have a lot of structure, we're going to have a lot of gear, we're going to have a lot of tools to make more musicians, more jobs in the music industry, more jobs in the cinema also. So I think it's really important for our government to understand that even if they want to help agriculture, education, real estate, and etc., everything is coming from the cultural perspective. A nation is built from the cultural perspective.
Thank you for watching Pulse of Africa as we explore Cameroonian music, its rhythms, genre, and music instruments. Stay tuned for more next Sunday. Goodbye and have a great week.